Welcome to the season finale of Big Oo's Top 20 Countdown. This week, we're counting down the top 20 summer songs. Plus, we're talking to our guest, James L. Dunn. You guys, let's get this started with the number 20 song. The number 20 song comes from Chad and Jeremy. This song is called A Summer Song. Let's get into it. A Summer Song, number 20 on Big Oo's Top 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah. Yeah, you guys, that was the number 19 song, Olivia Newton-John with Summer Nights. And we're talking to our guest, James L. Dunn. He is a fashion icon, a fashion model. He is entrepreneur. He's an actor. He's like Mastercard. He's everywhere you need to be. And what's going on with you, brother?
What's good with you, my brother, man? Just enjoying this, Memorial Day weekend, man. I'm out from the East Coast and everything. So, I'm away from my family and things like that. So, I worked today. I actually did some I'm helping a retired friend of mine. He's a retired professor. He used to teach at Michigan State and college up in New York and St. Louis. He was actually a professor and philosophy teacher. So, he's
Okay.
retired. His wife is a teacher. So, he does construction work on the side as well as me. So he asked me did I want to work on the fence. So he helping me a little bit. He's at the age he can't do much. So,
Yeah.
I'm sanding the fence down, building a rolling fence and taking the old one out. He's working with me and things like that. So, that's the project I've been doing, lately. Should be finished up Friday. Yep. So I
Oh,
went in and worked a little bit today, worked about 5.5 hours,
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Gotta stay
Tell me a little
young,
bit.
man. Gotta stay young.
You're right about that. Tell me a little bit
Yeah.
about your other things that you're doing.
I'm a fashion icon, multi-award winner in fashion. I done won awards all over the world, multi-awards. I can name it, but it's so many from Filipino, from Africa. I've been on billboards in Africa, LMA Outstanding Top 20 men's for 2 years. I got a lot of stuff in the making. I'm a four-time pageant winner,
Oh,
Hollywood Fashion King, GC Entertainment, Mr. Perfect Fashion King, GC Entertainment, Mr. Global American Nation. Got another title coming up, Mr. USA for American Nation. And I got some more
wow.
stuff in the making. I'm just not gonna say it now. And I'm doing a little acting. I just did a short film Saturday,
Oh,
played
okay.
as a security for, 16, sweet 16 birthday party about a rich 16-year-old girl was rich. She's had a private bodyguard and things like that. I've done that. I got a lot of stuff in the making and more to come. I'm a one of I was a voiceover back in 2019. I played a character Nate in a little animated horror flick. It was over in London, UK.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I won my first pageant, classic Mr. Wild World in the Netherlands, UK. That's back in
Okay.
2019. So I went global early. I went global before I went nationwide. I done won so many best model of the year in London, different countries, and I got some other stuff, man. I just hadn't put it out there yet and things like that. So, I'm working on, you know, it's it's going to be posted once it's done. I've been in a bunch of publications from Vogue. I got more publications. I got publications reaching out to me. I'm working on some now that's get ready to come out. My first publication was over in India, Aesthetics International Times, back in
Oh,
2019. I went partnership with them. I was partners with Hornsert Magazine, Denisa Kagovi out of
oh,
Albania, which we went partnership and pretty much I did First Man of Purpose, Success Beauty Talk, Living Icon. I was in Heart of Hollywood. I've been cover models for different things, man, from GQ, Cosmopolitan. It's so much to name.
how did you get started? doing this?
How did I get started? I'm actually working on whenever we get going too, man. I'm executive for the upcoming Michael Jackson redemption film, but I'm not gonna
Oh,
say no more about that until official, and things like that. It's still in the making and everything. But I'm an upcoming boxer promoter as well. I worked in boxing management for a union that they started. It was an international union. I was vice president of talent support, but it was bad
yeah.
management. And I worked with Roy Foreman, this collaborating Jones. It's a lot of big names and everything. I was recruiting boxers, international and everything. But the union failed, man. It had bad management through the owner and things like that.
Oh,
It would have
wow.
been great support for the boxers, but when you got bad management, people in back doing leadership as bad business, it's gonna make you look bad. So I came out with Done Right Promotions. That's my brand, which is a clothing brand I started, which I
Hmm.
put a pause on certain things, which I'm getting ready to do some more with it. It's a brand and it's been published international and everything promoted. It's a brand for sports management and the youth to go along with the boxing things and sports and stuff. But at the same time, man, I had to fold because I didn't want to come in this, in this entertainment and everything, and give myself a bad name. You see what I'm saying?
Understand. I understand. I definitely
So,
understand.
you can
And
you
we're
can
gonna,
bring yourself into certain things and test things out, but then you don't know what people about, until you getting get involved
yeah,
with them. So, once
yeah.
I see certain things, I gotta fall back from certain things.
I understand. Definitely understand. But you know what? We're gonna talk more to you. I got a couple more questions. Let's get back in this countdown. The number 18 song comes from Brian Adams. The song is called Summer of 69. Let's get into it. Summer of 69, number 18 on the Go Stop 20 Countdown. You guys, that was number 17 song, Nelly with Hot in Here. It's getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot. I'm gonna take my clothes off. Actually, you don't want to see me. You don't want to see me take my clothes off. Oh no. It'll be a mess. Oh, we're talking to our guest, James L. Dunn, the model. Man, God, dog. I can't keep up with you, man. You're doing a lot, man. You've done a
Yeah,
lot,
God,
man.
man, God's
I can say
amazing,
I have a
man.
bona fide superstar. Huh? Go ahead. What'd you say?
God's amazing. All I can say is God's amazing,
Amen.
But
Amen.
we
You ain't
go we
lying
go
about
through
that.
challenges. We go through challenges, man. Life is a challenge, but it's a reason for the challenge and there's a reason for the obstacle. And we always gonna go through a challenge. We always gonna go through ups and downs through our that's what sacrifice is about. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go through trials and tribulations and stuff like that. That's what our journey is about, but you gotta hope, stay strong, man. You just can't give up. Just gotta keep
You know
pushing,
what? You ain't lying about that. Look. You know what? And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I did some research on you too, and I looked at your page, and you know what? I saw Cosmopolitan for Men, and I was like, this Negro's lying. He ain't did no Cosmopolitan for Men. Then I looked up, and I said, oh my God, he ain't lying. He's telling the truth. I said, wow, how does that feel to be recognized internationally, man, as a model, man? Oh my God.
Oh man, it's amazing and everything. But at the same time, once you get going, doing with stuff and you get so much experience and you master the game and doing things like that, it's natural.
Yeah.
You look at yourself. I mean, we all human beings. We who we are. We gonna be who we are, but at the same
Mm.
time, God gave us a gift, and you got everybody don't make it.
You're
You
right.
have a lot of talent out there in any field from sports to you got a lot of talent in football where people could have been in NFL, NBA, but they don't make it. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That
Yeah.
goes with acting. You got certain levels of certain things. I went semi-pro in football, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
never
Okay.
really played college or nothing like that. But I went semi-pro, you know what I'm saying? Played a couple years and things like
How'd
that.
you do, how'd you do that?
Was that
How'd you become semi-pro?
I tried out.
Oh, okay.
Try it
Okay.
out. That's all. I mean, if you can do what you want to do.
Yeah. What team was it?
I played for a bunch of teams, man. I played in Carolina for the Carolina Heat, Virginia Blitz, the Virginia Storm, the Central Virginia Storm, um, Virginia Bengals, the Blitz. It was a bunch of teams I played for. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Raleigh Renegade. It was a bunch of them. I played for a bunch of
Wow.
teams. You look back, you know what I'm
Wow.
saying? Yeah, but
Mhm.
I played high school football. I ain't playing to my 11th grade year. And
Oh, okay.
I played baseball. See, I went out for baseball, made the team. Really, with baseball,
Okay.
I wanted to see if I could make the team, you know, but I played baseball and then I gave baseball up because I felt I was getting more recognition in track because I went to state for track and I was winning
Okay.
medals, you know, like your gold wings, your bars, your leather for your jacket and things like that. So I pole voted.
Yeah.
I ran the 4x4, the 1600-meter relay. Um, but I chose, you know what I'm saying? I figured I was getting more recognition in track and I started baseball late. I said it's not since I started baseball late, I'm not
Mhm.
gonna really I didn't doubt myself or anything. I said I should have started baseball a little early.
Oh,
But I've been doing
okay.
track for a minute now, you know, indoor, outdoor. So I said that
Yeah.
well, I've been doing that long, just stick with that. But I did make the
Okay.
baseball team and I did a
Oh,
couple
How,
games
how
and
how did you get out of those?
yeah.
Why did you get out of those? Why did you get out of those sports?
When
Why
did
did
I
you
get
get out of
out?
those? Yeah. Why? Why did you stop?
Oh, well, I played all through. I played up to senior. I played two
Okay.
years, but I played my last year, senior high school. And then when I
Mhm.
moved to Greensboro, North Carolina, I did play adult baseball for
Okay.
The Greensboro Reds. I did play adult baseball for a guy. I was working for an electrical company. We was called Amtech out of Tennessee. We had a contract. They was building a Caterpillar plant, and one of the
Okay.
guys that worked for Amtech had a baseball team.
Okay.
So I went and played with them. But I got started playing semi-pro again, you know. So, you know, we can do what we
Yeah.
want to do. The age don't mean nothing. I
Yeah.
played semi-pro. I'm 46. I'll be 47 in September. I played
Congratulations.
football
That's
since
great.
I was 40 years old, semi-pro.
Wow.
Broke some
Wow.
fingers and everything, but you know, it ain't, you know, it's how you age ain't number the number, it's how you feel.
That's true. That's
If
true.
you condition and it's mental, you know what I'm saying? The age don't mean nothing.
You're right about that. You're right about that. Yeah, speaking of age, let's get back in this countdown. The number 16 song comes from the awesome Isley Brothers. The song was called Summer Breeze. Let's get into it. Summer Breeze, number 16 by the Isley Brothers on Big O Stop 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah, so they're from Soul Train. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, you guys, that was number 15 song, Don Henley with The Boys of Summer. Now it's time to get into the first extra song of the week. The first extra song of the week comes from a good friend to the show, a good friend to me, actually. One of my very favorite, he's a really great Spanish artist. He just came out with his a song, and right now he's touring internationally, Amsterdam, all the other places. And I'm really, really happy for him. And this song is by Sad Boy Loco. This song is called Back to Back. Let's get into it. Sad Boy Loco, back to back, the first extra song of the week on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown. Yeah, y'all, that was the first extra song of the week. And you know what? If you guys recognize that beat he uses Going Back to Cali by Notorious B.I.G. You're like going back to Cali. Cali, you remember that song? Remember that? Of course you remember that, James.
Yeah,
Yeah, come
yeah,
on, man. You like
going
that,
back,
young.
back to Cali.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, if you're just now joining us, we're talking to our guest, James L. Dunn. Uh, what is you've done a lot? What is your favorite thing that you have done, like through the acting and entrepreneurship and modeling? What is the favorite thing?
Um, favorite thing I done?
Yeah.
Yeah, favorite thing I've done, man, because I hadn't did too much. I'm just getting into the acting, more into the acting and stuff like that, which I should have already done more, but I work with patience and I work off of God, you know what I'm saying, when it's
Yeah,
the time and it's
amen.
right.
Yeah,
I just don't do anything, you know what I'm
that's
saying,
it.
and
Right.
cautious with certain things, but the fashion was fun, the modeling is it's fun, I love magazines. I'm a master with magazines. I done did so many magazines, it's regular.
Yeah.
Same
Did
with
you?
same with international interviews. I've been on international interviews with
Wow.
Scotland, which I won. I was on Fashion Art Media Awards. I won that twice.
Wow.
I'm in Scotland. Um, I've been in the magazine. I've been in a couple magazines with that. But at the same time, man, it's fun. Though. I like magazines and stuff. You can see that I like magazines.
Of course. Yeah, I see that on your profile.
I've been in digital ones, printed, whatever you name, Living Icon magazine. It's a lot.
And
And,
we, yeah, man. But you never did answer my question. How did you start? But it's all right.
oh yeah, that's what. Yeah, we can take that. Go ahead. We can take that back now because I didn't want to interrupt you.
First of all,
Yeah.
how did you start? How did you start modeling? Give me the story of that. Give me the story
Well,
of how you started.
when I was little, I always wanted to be a model. I did talent shows, right? Because my mom used to dress me nice and I always had, nice clothes and things like that. But I did a little bit young, but I backed up away from it. But I knew God was putting me there for a reason. But I got scouted. And
Mm.
I got scouted from Europe.
Oh wow.
They scouted me actually from Europe. For me, United States, African American, I got scouted from Europe. Andre, he was my coach over in Europe.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They pretty much scouted me for the past. You remember when the COVID came in? I was doing a lot of work when the pandemic.
Oh, for
People don't
real?
realize if you go back and do more research. See, a lot of people don't do their researches. When I tell them to go Google me, it's more behind and far. They don't do too much researches. It's further than what they can see.
Yeah.
It goes 2019. I've done a lot of stuff, man. It's I got scouted in Europe, man. Andre, I actually signed the contract with Sarah Starr. She was a gateway to professional modeling over in France. Whoever
Oh,
won
okay.
Wild Pageants was invited to Cannes Film Festival in France. But at that time,
Wow.
I wasn't. I was invited to Cannes plenty of time, Paris, everything. I wasn't able to make it due to other things and everything. So it's more deep than what you see what I'm saying. People can see things on the outside, which they can see a lot, but it's deeper. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got scouted from Europe, and I was doing a lot of work when the pandemic hit. You know what I'm saying? Working with entertainment and working with a lot of people on the phone with them and collaborations, and while a lot of people wasn't working. I was doing
Mm.
interviews, international. I was already doing interviews, magazines when the pandemic. I was working when the pandemic. You go on one of
Wow.
my interviews with Fashion Art Media TV, when you Google it and click on videos, we talked about that through the pandemic. I'm working through the pandemic. So, I was working when the pandemic was in, when everybody was, when the COVID and all that, I was still
Yeah.
working with this. I
Wow.
was
That's
getting started. I was just getting started with this modeling, fashion, and all this, and then everything. But I was working still. I was new to it, but I was working.
yeah. Wow. That is
Yeah.
so cool. That is really, really cool. You know what? We're gonna talk more to you. We got to get back to this countdown. The number 14 song is one of my favorites in this countdown. It's by Kool and the Gang. This song is called Summer Madness. Let's get into it. Summer Madness by Kool and the Gang, number 14 on the Go Stop 20 countdown. Yeah, you guys, we did three in a row for you. We did Kool and the Gang, Summer Madness. Number 13 was Mongo Terry with In the Summertime. And number 12 was Lana Del Rey with Summertime Sadness. Now it's time to get the Comedy Corner. Comedy Corner is by, I can't say anything about this man, but he's just so fantastic. It's by the awesome Tony Baker. Let's get into it. Tony Baker, Comedy Corner on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, that was the awesome funny Tony Baker. We're talking to our guest, James L. Dunn. Oh my gosh, you know what? Before we go any further, I got to tell everybody how we met. We met over at the fashion show Farillo and them put on, and I was like, oh my god! I was like, I was like, oh wow, you just impressed me. I said, you know what? We became like Instagram friends, and after that,
Reality TV show.
yeah,
Yeah. It actually
yeah.
was a judge. I actually was a judge in
Yeah,
that.
he was a judge. Yeah, he was a judge.
Yeah.
How was
Yeah.
that being? How was that experience being a judge? Have you done judging before?
Speaking of judge, that's my second time. I did Philly. My first fashion show was Philly
Okay.
Fashion Week for Bella Runway, Super Chick
Oh, okay.
Fashion Week. Where
Oh,
she's
wow.
Italian out of she's from New York, but she live in Miami, but she do shows from Milan, Paris, and everything. I went to do a fashion show when I lived on East Coast in Virginia. I traveled to Philly. I drove to Philly, did a fashion show for them, and then her husband them they asked me what I'm doing that Sunday. They
Mm,
said, "How about you be a judge for our pageant,
mm,
Mrs. Nation or whatever pageant?"
mm,
Um, So I was a judge that Sunday. I stayed and was a judge, and one of the other judges wasn't able to make it. She's European. She lives in Florida, so they actually set up a iPad, and she
mm.
actually done it from the iPad. She was on the iPad live,
Oh,
done her judging that way. But then beside me, I had a young artist. She actually was a celebrity interviewer. She interviewed a lot of big time celebrities, and she sat beside me. We both was judges, so I got judge experience off of my first fashion show for a
all right.
pageant.
That
Yeah,
is
actually
really, really
was
cool.
a pageant judge.
That is really, really cool.
See, I got picked to do that. That's the that was that judge, but that judge right there, we just met at. That was a reality TV show.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know
That
that.
was that was pretty awesome. Yeah, it was
Oh,
a
yeah.
reality TV show. That's what that is.
Oh,
Yep.
wow. That is so cool. But you know what? What you said you moved around though. About what you're in LA, right, to stay, right, or you just like you're just visiting?
I'm in LA to stay now, but you never know what God gonna take you next. You know what I'm saying? You don't know
How did
what
you get to Virginia?
you
What's
don't
your
know what
journey?
your calling can be.
That's true. You ain't lying
I
about
got
that.
a nice spot right here. I got a nice place and everything. I done had houses, nice cars, and this, and I got a nice apartment, brand new, built from the ground. I can't ask for more. I've been blessed, been here for a year. Because LA is expensive.
Really, who are you telling? Come on
Yeah,
now.
been here. Yeah. So at the same time, I'm a motivated dude, man. I stay motivated. I'm a hustler, man. I
What you're
can't,
supposed to do.
I can't settle. You're not gonna sit still. So, when you grinding, man, you're doing, what you gotta do, man. God gonna bless you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't giving up, but you never know. With moving situations and things like that, you don't know what's gonna come. What
You're right.
happens, man, with life. You never know
You're
what
right.
blessings come your way.
You're right about that. You're
What the
definitely
next
right about that.
blessing. You can just be here. It could be a season thing. It could be for a couple years. Next, God got another option.
That's right. That's right. That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
You
But
know
a
what?
lot of times you gotta move around because you want to see the world. You want to, you know how it go, man. You want to go. I
Yeah.
did fashion shows from East Coast to over here. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you want to get a taste of everything.
I'm with you.
International, nation. You want to go all over the nation. You want to go everywhere.
I'm with you. I'm with you. You know, we're gonna talk more to you about that. Let's get back into this countdown. The number 11 song comes from Martha and the Vandellas. The song is called "Love Is Like a Heat Wave." Let's get into it. "Love Is Like a Heat Wave," number 11 on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, that was number 10 song, the Bee Gees with "Islands in the Stream." Something where you are. Something, something. You know what? I should not attempt to sing a song. Let's know the words to it. So So you know what? But you guys, it's time to get to the second X song. The second X song of the week comes from we just met him like a couple of days ago over at another Farillo show. His name is Baggy. This song is called OG Flowers. Let's get into it. OG Flowers by Baggy on Big Old Top 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah. Yeah, you guys, that was Baggy with OG Flowers. I actually met him over at Farillo's show. We actually Hollywood open mic. I got to perform at the Hollywood open mic, and it was just so fantastic. And if you guys are just joining us, we're talking to our guest, James L. Dunn. The oh man, icon. I don't know if I should call you icon because how long you been doing it? How long you been modeling? How long you been acting? How long has everything been going on?
Since 2019.
Wow,
But that's what
wow,
Google, that's what they list me as, icon. My magazines on Google, official icon. That's what I am, I
wow. I like
mean,
it.
I'm a
Embrace it, brother.
master. I'm a master. I got certificates, titles, global leader certificates. I've been in global leaders magazines, world leaders magazines. It's
And you have your own
it's a
clothing line,
lot.
am I correct?
Huh?
You have your own clothing line, am I correct? What's the name of your clothing line?
Done right promotions.
How did that get started?
Oh, that's the one I was that's the one I came up with when I was start doing the boxing coming up when I was doing the boxing union, working as a boxing union. Um Done right promotions is what I was putting together for the sports management and the youth.
Oh,
That's my
okay.
brand as well. That's my brand as well. You know, I got some lot of stuff, man. I got people that works with a lot of celebrities, like big time celebrities. I'm not gonna say their names and stuff. I be on the
Yeah,
phones and want to do stuff with other clothing lines and different things with, me creating other stuff with fashion, like brands and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
right now I'm trying to focus on one step at one time. You see what I'm saying?
I definitely understand that. I definitely understand that. But you know what? For the
Yeah.
sake of time, we got to get back into this countdown. The number nine song is "Woo," the another icon, Beyonce. This song was called "Crazy in Love." Ooh, uh oh. Don't make me start doing a booty dance, y'all. This is number nine, Beyonce, "Crazy in Love" on the World Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, we did three in a row for you. We did Beyonce with Crazy in Love. Number eight was the Beach Boys with California. I don't know how this goes, but the California Girls. Number seven was Jonathan Richman with That Summer Feeling. Now it's time to get into the Independent Song of the Week. Independent Song, the first Independent Song of the Week. The first Independent Song of the Week comes from he was my former weight loss coach, but as you can see, it didn't work. And he has a new song he goes by Hollywood's Best, and this song is called My Downfall. Let's get into it. The Independent Song of the Week, Hollywood's Best, My Downfall on Big Old Step 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah. Yeah, y'all, that was the awesome Hollywood's Best, My Downfall. But you know what? We got to get into another second. We got to do a second Independent Song of the Week because I promised her that I would play this song from the season finale. This is by the former guest on the show. She was on the show last season. She's going to be probably on next season. Her name is Kiki Ba. The song is called Nailing You. Let's get into it. Nailing You by Kiki Ba, the second Independent Song of the Week on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown. Yeah, yo, that was Kiki Bar. That's another one who was at the Hollywood Open Mic and killed it. I love this song. I was sitting up there dancing, got my reggae vibes. Y'all know I can groove like that. But hey, I might be a little bit holy, but I can still get my groove on. Okay. We're talking to a guest, James L. He stopped smiling when I said that. John, we're talking to a guest, James L. Dunn.
Hey
So
man, I love your energy, man.
thank you, man. I appreciate you.
I
Um,
see why you're a comedian as well.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. So you've done a lot. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
See myself in 5 years.
Yeah, where do you see
I
yourself?
like to say, man, I done a lot, man. I done achieved a lot. All I want to do, man, is just keep doing being a great outstanding leader for the youth and leave a legacy behind, say a good name, a legacy, say as a good role model and things like that. It's more just let it come, whatever God sees me through and things like that.
Who is your major influence?
My major influence,
Yeah.
which who inspired me.
Yeah, who inspired you? Yes.
I mean, with Marlon and stuff, I used to like Tyson Beckford from
Yes.
Ralph Lauren. Yeah, I look at them. You remember back in the day, Tyson Beckford. You remember Sports Illustrated
Yes, yes,
back in
yes.
high school. Back in high school, Sports Illustrated magazine. Tarver Branks, Cindy Crawford, Kathy Ireland, and all them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. That is
Yeah.
so wow. That is awesome.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're going to talk more to you. But let's get back into this countdown because of time. The number 6 song is The Loving Spoonful. This song is called Summer in the City. Let's get into it. Summer in the City by The Loving Spoonful on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, that was the number 5 song, Louis Fonsi with Despacio. That's the most famous song on the countdown. But you know what? It's time to get into the old school Jam of the Week. The old school Jam of the Week is actually, his birthday is actually coming up in a couple of days because it's going to be coming, his birthday is actually June 21st, but this episode is going to be airing June 19th. And so this is by the legendary, another icon, Lionel Richie. This song is called You Are. Let's get into it. The old school gem of the week, Lionel Richie with You Are on Big Old Stop 20. On Big Old Stop 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah. Yeah, y'all. You are the sun. You are the rain. Hey, that takes me to my life again. I love the song. You don't know all the words. We're talking to a guest, James L. Dunn. You know what? Speaking of speaking of love, we're gonna get into your business right now. What's your love life look like, brother? Oh, yeah, yeah. Don't look at me like that. I'm asking you a question, man. You weren't shy
What?
before. Tell us that. Let me know. I'm in your business now. Huh?
Say that right now. Say it again. Speak.
I said, what does your love life look like?
Love life.
You
Oh
got a
man,
good
yeah. Ooh, man.
I asked you a tough question. I know. No, be real with it. If you don't want to say anything, just say no comment.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you though, man. I'm a single guy though. Like I ain't even really met. Like I've been in relationships and stuff like that. I ain't never been married or nothing.
Yeah,
But other than that, I might have talked to some females, beautiful females and stuff like that. Might have went out on a date or things like that. But at the same time, I ain't really settled yet. So I ain't
yeah,
really,
I
found,
understand.
because I'm like this, but I'm getting about to be 47, man. We gotta settle down. But
Yeah,
this generation is
hmm
different.
you
It's
ain't
not
lying
like
about that.
old fashioned. You know how your grandparents, people like that, they've been in a relationship for 50 years, but they went through things and stuff like that themselves, but they ride it, they rode it
Yeah,
out. They knew
yeah,
how to work on things. I mean, it's like a
yeah,
job. It
yeah. I
is a
like
job.
it.
You know what I'm saying? And things like that. But see, people give up. You never know if the woman or her mind through. It go both ways. A man to a woman. You don't know. People can change.
Yeah, they can.
Or some people can say one thing 1 minute, but then next you know they can change. And
You
then
ain't lying about that.
other times people can come in our life for a learning a lesson or just passing through, or they can come to you and then see how you are, you do them right. And if they figured they was in the wrong, they can move on. But then all of a sudden they kind of learned their lesson, or they can be like, oh, they're ready to run back to you, which is too late or whatever. But right now, man,
Just chilling. You just
I ain't,
chilling.
she ain't here yet, but I'm sure she'll be here. But
Yeah.
right now, man, I hope God do bring.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, brother. It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Don't fret. But you know what?
yeah.
I got to get one more thing from you. I got to get 1 minute. 1 minute. I'm timing you. 1 minute of inspiration. That like somebody who wants to do what you're doing, give them some kind of motivation.
Oh,
So,
motivation. Yeah, I just
yeah,
want to let the world know, man. Just everybody, not just kids or whoever, everybody in the world. Just keep your head up and stay strong. No matter if it's you're gonna have days where you're gonna feel certain ways, and if somebody puts you down one day or say you can't, just keep pushing and everything,
yeah,
because we all got blessings, and God got something for all of us and everything. Just keep pushing, don't give up. Don't Because you're gonna have rough days. It's gonna feel like, oh, you're not getting nowhere, even in your trade or your craft or whatever, as an artist or whatever you do. You're gonna feel like ain't nothing moving or going nowhere, but don't give up. If you put so much, because it's all branding, you branding yourself, you investing in yourself as well. So at the same time, you get to a certain point, don't give up, man. Just don't give up. I mean, you
that's
can't give
right.
up. You
That's right.
can't. You came too
That's
far
right.
to give up.
That's
You
right.
see what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
You came too
That's right.
far.
I want to say thank you,
You
thank you,
know,
thank you for the inspiration. But you know what?
we
We're
don't
not
we don't
done.
play around.
Huh?
Yeah, we can't play around with life. So we can't
You're
just
right
give up
about
like
that.
that.
You're right about that. You're right about that. But you know what? We're gonna get back to you. Let's get back in this countdown. The number four song comes from the Drifters. The song is called "Under the Boardwalk." Let's get into it. "Under the Boardwalk" by the Drifters on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, we did a three in a row for you. We did the Drifters with "Under the Boardwalk." Number three was Taylor Swift with "Cruel Summer." And number two was Katy Perry with and Snoop Dogg with California Girl. We're undeniable, fine, fresh, then something. And on top, hey, that's my favorite. Now it's time to get into the number one song. The number one song is by the legendary DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Now he's called Will Smith, but he was called the Fresh Prince back in the day. This song is called Summertime. Let's get into it. Summertime, the number one song by DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince on the Gold Stop 20 Countdown. Yeah. Summertime, summertime. Hey, summer, rock with me, brother. Got to get back in me, right? Yeah, rock with me, brother. Rock with me. Hey, you ain't rocking.
Unwind,
I got to force it. I got to.
unwind.
I don't like it when I got to
Summer,
force
summer,
it.
summertime, summertime.
James, tell people how they can reach you.
How y'all can reach me? Facebook, James Dunn. You can actually Google me, James Lamont Dunn. If you Google me, it'll have all my social media platforms and things like that. I'm working on a website right now, getting built right now. Awesome, amazing website. You can reach me at Instagram, James L. Dunn 78.
I want to say thank you to our guest, James L. Dunn. Thank you to all the guests this season. Thank you for everybody who's listened this season. Thank you to the Block FM, Kill Radio, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, everyone. You guys have been carrying this show for so long. And I have a quick announcement to make. Um, Next season will be the final season of Big Old Top 20 Countdown. And the season finale. And so we have one more season in us, and that's it. But I want to say thank you to everyone. This is our this season 9, 360 some shows. I want to say thank you for hanging with me. And if you want to reach me, you can reach me at www.linktree.com/OLUSHEYI.banjo. You will find this show. You will find the music. You will find the number one song running around. You will find all the other things, the books and everything. And the thought for the week is keep your head up, and you will actually no keep God first, and you will always succeed. Keep God first, and you will always succeed. And speaking of God, we always end this with a gospel song. The gospel song that we have is by the birthday. She'll be 30, 38 in a couple of days. Kiki Sheard, the royalty of gospel. This is her song called Church Night. Let's get into it. Church Night by Kiki Sheard, Kiera Sheard. May God bless you. May God keep you.